We done goofed.
Hello and welcome to Why Did Ask For episode number 25, where we will be discussing how to export Colombian snow in exchange for Canadian maple syrup.
No, Tim.
Let me tell you,
you're ruining our thing. You're ruining our thing already.
Wait. I need to tell Tip though how it works. So we have the maple syrup, right? And so it takes a while, but you know, we get our 5-year-old children, go get the maple syrup, they walk out. We trade it for snow, but in reality we think we're getting Colombian snow as in like actual snow. So each time we get it, we get disappointed, throwing it on the ground. So actually all the snow that's out right now is just cocaine.
You're saying, okay, welcome to Why Did Ask For, the podcast where cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs is actually slang for people who use cocaine.
No. I think you got it wrong again. It's welcome to Why Did Ask For, where we hit the tough questions like, did Horton hear that who?
Did Tim Horton hear that who? Love it. But no, I think you have it wrong one more time. It's welcome to Why Did Ask For, where Tim Horton is the name of the guy who cleans our toilets.
No. I mean, Tim Horton does clean our toilets, but we all know he bows to the Burger King.
It's true. So welcome to Why Did Ask For, the American company that bought out Tim Horton.
Brought to you by the Bad Corporation of Canada.
Thanks, Dan, for the banana hammocks.
And viewers like you. Hey, you know what? Happy surprise. I'm Tip, by the way. Pat's here. Shu is here. Fuzz is here. Dan's not here. I'm in charge, which means it's chaos.
Wait.
I'm liking this.
Who put him in charge?
How is the newest guy in charge? This is like a big blow to all of our collective self-esteem.
Not only am I an American, I'm a Texan.
Oh, nice.
Oh, great. So you automatically assume that you're in charge of everything, as most Texans.
Lame.
Nice. Very nice. Oh. So here we are the day before Ash Wednesday, and we're here to collectively reminisce about all of our sins of the last year. So let's all
go ahead.
Did you, in all seriousness, just say the day before Ash Wednesday?
Well, you can't say Ash.
You know, today has a day.
Yes.
Right, like a name.
Shout to Before Lent Day.
Well, also known as Tuesday. But that's implied.
Patrick is offended by the word fat.
Oh,
he has body image issues.
Oh, Pat. I don't think you're fat.
It's true.
So it's Ash Eve.
It's true. Well, thank you.
Ash Eve Tuesday.
Ash Eve. Terrible. Now, we as practitioners of Ash Wednesday, Mr. Tip, how do you...
Are you guys priests?
Practitioners, yes, I should say participants.
That's incredible.
No?
Yes. I know. We were releasing... Not really. But but we're both Catholic, so obviously we go in tomorrow to take the little dash on the forehead there, and it's a very time-honored tradition. But I like to think of ways that we celebrate the day before what's called Lent. And for me, personally, one of the things that I had prepared here for me and Mr. Tip was a nice little cerveza that I think I'm going to be drinking throughout the podcast. So while I do this thing, I will let you guys discuss.
Ash Wednesday for me is always kind of a relief when I walk into church and I haven't been struck down.
You mean, like, man, good thing I don't have a TV.
Tip.
Like I walk in and no lightning hits, so it's like, okay.
Satan hasn't gotten me yet.
You're Catholic?
Yeah.
What?
It gives you another week?
Oh,
my
God.
Family is Catholic?
Oh, okay.
But I mean, father before him was Catholic. His father after him was Catholic. His dog was Catholic.
Well,
it's a very good question.
I was dropped a couple of times.
Oh, well.
Well, at least
we all were dropped in a fair amount of things.
I feel like I'm surrounded by Catholics right now, and I'm a little bit afraid.
Tell us your sins, Fuzz. What is it you need to be absolved of? Here, I'll tell you mine.
I imagine a priest. I imagine a priest opening a beer can and fucking confession and being like, "Tell me your sins." Or
Well, now the Bible says the beer is perfectly all right.
Does it say that?
He sees.
What verse is that?
Mm-hmm.
Jesus turned water into wine, so beer is fine.
Well, I was raised Baptist, so naturally I should be fighting you guys.
Well, actually, we're all Christian, and I know this is an exciting podcast topic, but the way I see it is that Christianity has gotten so distorted because everybody's trying to be right, where we have more similarities than we realize. It's true. We are the world. Right. We are the children.
So we're talking about this whole Christian Catholic deal. And at work, I was blindsided by a guy. He was trying to convince another guy that he wasn't Christian. So he just walked up to me. I don't think he knew I was Catholic. And he's like, Wally. That's what they call me at work. He goes, Wally, who killed Jesus? Was it the Catholics?
I love that.
And I was like, no, Catholics didn't kill Jesus because they didn't exist. He's like, yeah, it was the Roman Catholics. I was like, no, it was the Romans.
I just realized how great it would be. Like, like Who Framed Roger Rabbit? It'd be like Who Killed Jesus? The movie. I would love to see a iteration like that where like Roger Rabbit is fucking Jesus. It's like Who Killed Jesus?
I'm more concerned about the fact that it's like this guy walked up to you on a Monday morning and is like, who killed Jesus? It'd be like, well, yeah, good morning to you too.
Quote unquote God's country. So.
But do you have a theme song for God's country?
Go on.
Yeah, it's like Bat Country. Only goes, why did he have to die?
I honestly didn't know there was a theme song. I don't know if you're joking or not, but that was really
this
impressive.
Is not helping.
That was something.
I just Bat Country's a song, right?
Yes.
We're breaking out the singing skills today.
Look, it's late at night. We're ready to boogie down. I mean, who else? I mean, what else would you do the day before Lent?
Obviously, not go out and party like everybody else.
Know what?
Shut to the.
Something that I absolutely would not do before Lent is go jogging in an active snowstorm like Shua did in the last video.
She was a weird dude.
I was cringing as I was editing that because I was like, why are you jogging in a snowstorm? Go somewhere safe.
I didn't record this. Or maybe I did. It was really bad. Like it was pretty much. It was gonna rain. I think it was gonna do 50 centimeters, which I don't know what it is in inches, but I drove just to get a pizza, and it was worth it.
Oh my God!
I swerved a couple of times. But I recovered. I recovered.
So 50 centimeters sounds way more impressive than 19.685 inches.
Yeah, doesn't it?
Have we talked already on this podcast about how Shua wants to kidnap me? Yeah.
Shua, really?
Oh, are you talking about going to Canada?
Good job. How can we help?
Please. Shua has been nonstop trying to get me to go to Canada, and I have no desire to whatsoever because I will freeze to death. But he keeps bringing it back up. Like, hey,
you'll
Buds,
be fine.
Fucking come to Canada. I'll buy you a coat. And I don't think he understands that.
I'd buy you a coat. It's really nice of me.
Thanks, Shua.
Coats are expensive.
Not enough.
Coats are expensive. You should know this.
I don't actually because I don't need a coat because I live in South Carolina.
Then you'll get one, and then it will be great. And then when finally the apocalypse hits, and somehow it becomes cold there, you'll thank me.
I don't want to go to Canada.
It gets cold in South Carolina.
It gets cold in parts of South Carolina.
I mean, it doesn't get Canada cold.
Not by a long shot.
South Carolina cops don't have problems keeping Canadian snow off the streets. Like they do in Minnesota.
Yeah.
But it gets cold in South Carolina, I assume.
I mean, her version of cold is different than my version of cold.
It is. I don't like anything.
Well, yeah, hers is in Fahrenheit and yours is in Celsius, but I mean, cold is cold.
Yeah, anything below about 65 Fahrenheit, I get very uncomfortable.
Huh.
Which is why I'm like, you crazy. Because I'm used to that. I'm more than used to that.
I'm going to have to agree with Sheila here.
Yeah, and he's the Texan. They're both Texans and they're agreeing with me.
I mean, because we probably would die in the cold, but we'll be damned if we don't give it a try to at least
Exactly.
be stubborn and try the cold.
See, they get it.
I have
There you
no
go, Fuzz.
desire.
So what Patrick put is the verse about drinking beer.
And
Well,
Now, I should clarify that it doesn't say that drinking beer is okay. It means drinking beer is not a
You're good
sin.
now.
So that's two totally different
it
arguments.
says, and I quote, in the
We're
book
good.
of Proverbs, "Give beer to people who are dying,
Oh, no.
and wine to those who are sad. Let them drink to forget their need and remember their misery no more." So really, the Bible is saying, hey, give these people alcohol to use as a crutch.
how did you know that? You figure out the secrets. Tom Hanks is gonna have to catch you now. That's it.
Oh,
It's
no.
amazing because they use the Bible in Alcoholics Anonymous.
That's true. It's a,
Well, I mean, again, it also talks about moderation, and you're supposed to be moderate.
It
not
doesn't
to be
say anything
excessive
about moderation.
things,
It
so.
says to someone that's dying, get them shit-faced. Hey, he's sad, he needs some wine.
I mean,
Thou
He's
shalt
Okay.
dying,
be
give him a beer.
shit-faced.
Tip.
medical science back there was not that advanced. So
Thou shall be shit faced.
Tip.
Right.
I've. You can't be. It's kind of oversimplified.
That's how I live my life.
But yeah, I mean, this is the sort of thing that you enjoy on the eve of Lent, so that way the next day when you give your sacrifice for what you're going to do for 40 days and 40 nights, you feel happy that you had one good night. I think isn't Mardi Gras
on
usually
yes,
right before Ash
Tuesday,
Wednesday?
which is-
Jesus Christ, Pat.
Remember,
No, Fuzz,
remember
please.
pre-Ash Tuesday, Wednesday? That's called Mardi Gras.
Pat, do you want to learn some stuff about Catholicism? Because it sounds like you kind of need to.
Okay, I forget all the times they reference Fat Tuesday in the Bible, Fuzz. I apologize.
Pat, please.
Now, the other thing I was going to ask is that we are upon Valentine's Day week,
Lonely.
which is
No, it's
very, very
not.
awesome.
Pat,
And I
shut
know
the
we're
fuck
all
up. You're
excited.
married. Nobody wants to talk about Valentine's Day.
Look, let
No,
us-
no. And we're all very excited
Sure.
Yes.
to go watch Deadpool. That's what I was leading towards. Here we go.
Absolutely.
So,
Might watch it
are you guys
Thursday
gonna go
night.
watch
That's
it?
how excited I am.
That's what I want to do too. We
gonna go
actually
to
have
the
a
midnight
7 o'clock showing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so do we. For the really big movies, they let them out on Thursdays now.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I heard Deadpool was actually really good, which made me happy because I was scared for Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah, I mean Ryan Reynolds really, really needed something to go his way after the Green Lantern.
Lantern.
Green Lantern could have been great for him.
The Green
because, You know,
Lantern.
they didn't even write the script. They just kind of went with it.
Yes.
Well, I
and
mean,
then,
that's what they did with Iron Man. And Iron Man
Robert-
turned out pretty well.
Robert Downey Jr. is a far better actor than Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah.
That's true. This is a true fact.
And I mean, that Green Lantern was a mess.
Yes.
It was a big, big poopy mess. That, you know, it could have been fixed. Could have been fixed if they wrote a script, honestly. But now,
My biggest issue was the effects, honestly.
well, shout out to the
Was the
mask.
sex? Is that what you just said? Your
Yeah,
biggest issue?
that
effects.
Green Lantern sex. But
Oh.
we're gonna get some Ryan Reynolds dick now in Deadpool.
Oh, God. That's part of the
are-
reason why I'm
Oh,
going.
boy.
Yeah, we're gonna get some nice Reynolds D.
I got fucking advance tickets for that shit. Are you kidding me?
How's
Wasn't
that
that-
why?
You know what? Every time I think of Ryan Reynolds, I always think back to Van Wilder, and there was that guy that was on MTV's Real World. I can't remember his name. It was like
Jimmy?
High Tech or something like that. He was on New Orleans, the New Orleans season. But it was they also had an Indian guy, I think Kumar, and he was trying to light a bong, and Kumar goes, "You idiot! That's not a bong. It's for my schlong." And that's no matter what Ryan Reynolds does now, I will always think back to that line in that movie. And it wasn't even his line.
Oh my god. Good job, Tip.
But I'm proud of you.
It's a good one.
Thank you.
You're now in charge. What did I ask for? I mean, you just kicked out Dan, and this is what we've become. We're ready. Watch out for the podcast awards.
You're
where
talking
we
about
get
Deadpool
nominated
and
for
Valentine's Day?
religion and what is it? Religion and speech. Watch out. I think we're ready.
You see, I think in order to qualify for the religious category, we actually have to know what we're talking about.
I don't think so.
Can we get nominated for Ryan Reynolds' Dick though?
Probably.
Yeah, well, they'll make a special category for us.
I'll nominate us myself.
Like when
I'll make our own reward.
Canadian, I'll be like, I nominate myself. For what? Your dick.
Yeah.
So you
More than
He'd probably approve.
If there's not at least
Probably
like
go for it.
2% shaft in this movie, Shua, I'm going to be very upset with you.
Apparently, it's full percent shaft. I'm not joking. Okay. Apparently, this is for everyone. It has dicks, boobs, vaginas, fucking gore, blood, plants, suits, superheroes.
You heard it here first, folks.
Freaking girls, freaking guys, trees.
Did you miss us, Pat? Did you miss us?
I actually do
really
kind of
did.
miss
We're like, man.
like other people being on the cast.
We've been just so busy with recess. It's been high production value. If you saw,
Because I mean,
we're gonna rename this podcast so we can get you guys back here and call it detention.
I was thinking of names, right, for what it asked for. I was like, what would be a different name for what it asked for?
The retirement home.
But wouldn't it be cool though if you guys were called
Exactly.
the Den? You know, like classy fireplace. You guys are smoking cigars and the nice leather couch with like a leopard print. You know, let you hunted, and you're like,
They hunt leopards?
yeah.
I don't know what kind of den you've been in, but that doesn't sound like any type of den I want to
Well,
be in.
I've been in Ryan Reynolds' den because obviously I
Ooh.
nominated myself.
And
Yeah,
you're watching the
and,
100%.
You know, I just feel like in your den there'd be like a whole safari just to hunt like robot leopards that you can, you know. Yeah, because you don't want to hunt animals. In
Wait,
your
how do
den.
they have a leopard pelt if it's a robot?
You know, you just kill the leopards first, then you add the pelt on later. But that's not their job; it's their butler's job. Name like
and then you get the leopard skin
Yeah.
and you make a
Jesus.
banana hammock for Dan.
see the den.
I mean,
That
that's just
is
how it works,
exactly
isn't it?
how it works. And
I
that's what he
assume.
uses for his banana hammock, and he swings it all around. That's the hammock you were talking about, right?
And says, Happy Valentine's Day, we're going to go see Deadpool.
uncomfortable.
By the way, the reason why Dan isn't here is because he's actually going to Texas right now, and on Valentine's Day, Dan's going to run in a banana hammock and be like, "You want some of this, Patrick?" And then they're going to go see Deadpool.
And what happens if
gosh.
Patrick says yes?
I
And
will
then we'll
throw... No, I will throw a bag of
Where are
milk
you gonna
at
get a
him
bag
and
of
be
milk
like, Leave
at?
me alone.
In Texas.
Look,
I don't know.
you
I'll
can
just
make a
grab a
homemade
bag
bag of
and
milk.
pour it in there, I guess.
Get a
You're
bag.
so resourceful.
Step one, get a bag. Step
And then
two,
you'll probably chase it like a dog.
the
'cause
bottle of,
it's you
get the
know,
bottle of
the
milk.
drink of our people, bagged milk. Nothing wrong
nothing
with
wrong with
that.
that.
A little bit wrong.
Nothing wrong with that. But before we move too far away from Deadpool, I'm going to ask people. I'm going to ask each one of you a question about Deadpool just to see what you know, or if you don't know about it, then just
now
kind of
you
give me your
know.
best guess.
G.I. Joe.
Fuzz, how did Deadpool come to be?
Well,
How did
one
he get
day,
his
the
powers?
Marvel
Like,
writers
and
they
if
were
you don't
sitting
know,
in the room
just
and
make
they
it
were
up
like, we need a new comic hero, guys. And they were like, you know what? How about Deadpool? And then they drew his picture and they drew some boxes and some lines and they wrote Deadpool, and that is how Deadpool came to be.
Okay, Fuzz, you were half right there. So
You are
the
technically
Marvel
correct. You get the
writers were
technically correct
actually
award.
sitting there smoking a big doobie,
Yeah.
and
Two
they said,
doobies.
"How can we rip off DC and make it better?"
And they,
Well, I mean, that was from the very beginning, though. Come
and
on.
then they looked at
Am
Superman.
I supposed to include everything from like the first
They look-
ever Marvel comic?
They looked at Superman and then they thought, Deadpool, perfect.
No. Actually, they looked at Deathstroke and thought
I knew
Deadpool.
that. I knew that. Just,
Superman is actually Mr. Marvel, Captain Universe,
I was gonna say Shazam, but never mind. Same
Shazam
universe.
works.
I've always liked the name
Okay.
Shazam.
Used to be called Captain Marvel. Fun fact.
Yeah. I know.
Wasn't there a Shaquille
yeah,
O'Neal
he
movie
played
called Shazam?
a genie.
We don't talk about that movie.
A genie.
Shazam doesn't talk about that movie.
We
It's a
talk about that
fantastic
movie
movie,
about
Sean.
as
What are you
much as
talking
we
about?
talk about Steel, starring Shaquille O'Neal.
There's not a lot of good Shaquille O'Neal
Oh,
movies, isn't there?
Actually, they're all fantastic.
Okay, we got off topic real quick.
They're not like Space Jam level good.
I wanted so badly for Space Jam 2 to star Shaq. You don't understand.
Who is it that's starring? Like,
I think it's LeBron.
yeah, LeBron. I don't like that. They should just
I
got
don't
Michael
either.
Jordan
We
again.
could have had Shaq, dude.
Shaq would have been funny.
Yeah, Shaq would have been
Shaq is
better.
back.
I'm not that knowledgeable of the basketball.
Look, us either. We know.
Neither am I,
We
but I
know
know who
Jordan,
Shaquille O'Neal
is.
LeBron, and
Basketball.
Shaquille O'Neal is, and that's it. And that's all we need to know for Space Jam.
Really?
Yeah.
Honestly, though.
Well, come on and slam and
Slam.
welcome to the jam. Very important.
Yes,
Now, tip. Where did Deadpool's
he
get his
was made by scientists that wanted to make like a super killer, and he's like the After Effects.
Okay. Do you know why Deadpool needed to have
Because he was dying.
Superpowers
He was a
given to him?
mercenary.
He had cancer.
Okay, now we're gonna ask here. We're gonna ask here. Shua, do you know what it was that Deadpool was dying of?
A broken heart. A broken heart.
Huh? A diabetes? Kind of.
HIV.
Closer. Come on. More. Think more cliche.
Do you die of diabetes, or do you die of complications due to diabetes?
Is it depression?
You die of complications.
Was it?
Is it
Go on, Tip.
is it a sore tummy?
Now I know that Shua knows the answer, and he's just
I
baiting
know the
me
whole
here.
backstory.
Would you say that he needs to watch a certain Charlie Brown special?
You mean the Charlie Brown?
Charlie Brown, go kill your father that's abusing you? Was that
Yeah,
special?
that's actually he's actually partly right though. He's
Okay,
actually
here we
partly
go.
right.
Do you mean the Charlie Brown 8 special?
Yeah. Shout out to that.
Okay, here we go.
Oh, I was thinking more of the Charlie Brown irritable bowel syndrome special.
If there's a disease, there's a Charlie Brown
Charlie
special
Brown
to
was there
go
for the
along.
kids, and if a kid had a problem, he was gonna fix it. For
Yep.
me, it was irritable bowel syndrome.
It was mostly just Linus. Linus was the real MVP.
Unless you took away that blanket.
It's that blanket. It just
Yeah.
had all sorts of diseases.
Just that dirty boy who probably died.
Pigpen?
of I don't know half the names. I'm not.
Pig-
His
Pigpen.
name is Pigpen. Come on. Come
So-
on.
Deadpool was a part of the Weapon X project.
Tip, turn off
I'm not on
Wikipedia right
Wikipedia,
now.
I'm on Marvel.com.
Do you want me to give you a cool explanation? Like pretty
No.
rad. All right, yo, what's up, my home
Yes.
dogs? Freaking fresh Josh here, showing you the best of Deadpool's. This is a
God.
story. Started off with a boy named Wade Wilson, this radical dude, mercenary extreme with his beautiful wife. You know what happened, dog? Fucking got cancer. Cancer. What is he gonna do? Fucking he goes to Weapon X. Fucking goes to Weapon X, and then gets messed up, and then didn't Deadpool, aka Wade Wilson, they didn't like the way the experiments were going, so they put him in an asylum. And then what happened was that they had this like bet going on who was gonna die, and it was called a Deadpool. And then what happened was that Wade Wilson escaped, and then he picked up the name Deadpool and killed Ajax. Fun fact.
Did you
I did not wiki all that. I mixed a little bit of everything.
mix that with like a Clint Eastwood movie?
No, it's funny because I actually didn't. That's pretty much his origin in a radical way, right, Pat? Yeah. So that's what.
Well,
Mhm. That was a very condensed yet.
It's funny because there's a Dirty Harry movie that actually has Jim Carrey in it, and it is called The Deadpool.
Well, I think this because Deadpool was made with the hero itself in 1991, so it's entirely
The Deadpool
possible.
was made in 1988.
So it's entirely possible they took that from Dirty Harry.
Well, fame finally catches up with Harry Callahan. He's kind of roped into this thing where people are betting on famous people dying. And, yes, it's the Deadpool.
See? Hit a full circle.
Do you know why Deadpool is famous for having the power that he does? Because he has a power very similar to Wolverine, where he can regenerate his cells and his limbs very, very quickly. He's close to being an immortal because he has this healing power, just like Wolverine,
but boning each other. Well,
He's also fully self-aware. Isn't that technically a power?
Yeah, I'm glad they said that's going to happen a lot during the movie. He's definitely self-aware that it's a movie.
Yeah, I think that's a power.
Yeah, it is even in the comic books, he breaks the fourth wall and he talks to the audience a lot.
Would you be scared, Fuzz, if one day you woke up and you had that power and you realized you were just a TV show this whole time?
Like the Truman Show?
Yeah. I would say like the Truman Show.
I'd be pretty upset. Do I have good ratings?
I would say you're like on par with like The Good Wife.
Aw, lame.
But
yeah,
like in your first like 5 seasons though, you were pretty much the like Breaking Bad level good.
Well, now I gotta think. What was I doing 5 years ago? I was a junior in high school. No, I would not be happy that people were watching me like that.
Was that during your weeaboo phase? So people were watching you during your extremely nerdy
No, that
phase.
wasn't my weeaboo phase, but I think that was just hitting the end of my goth emo phase.
Oh, people would have loved that.
Nah.
That's definitely high ratings.
So 5 years ago, she was a junior in high school. I was 27.
What a world.
5 years ago. Okay, no, I guess you're right.
I remembered a little while ago something very embarrassing that happened to me that I was going to tell on recess, but I think it's okay to tell here.
Yeah, no one listens here. You can tell it again on recess.
Yeah.
So, there is a very popular place in South Carolina called Nancy's Nook. And growing up, I thought that it was a bookstore because we would constantly pass by billboards because there's so many around here. It's very popular because it would say toys, games, and adult books. And when I was a kid, I remember asking my parents if like we could go because I really wanted to go to the bookstore, and I was like, I want to see if they have Harry Potter books there. And my parents just laughed in my fucking face. We're like, we're not going. And I didn't understand why they laughed at me, and it wasn't until I was in high school that I was like, oh.
Nancy's the store
That's
of
why
couples.
they didn't.
Did you get that Harry Potter book that you always wanted?
There's a different kind of Harry Potter book there.
Yeah, I know. Did you get it?
Yeah, I did not. I've never been to Nancy's Nook.
Nancy's Nook is the store for couples.
The Chamber of Secrets meant something totally different.
There's a place like that.
Did you look it up, Tiff?
Yeah.
Is it like a nice place?
Here we go.
Is it a classy place, you know?
I don't know.
It has 2 locations. One in Virginia Beach, Virginia, and one in Columbia, South Carolina.
Oh, so it's a franchise.
Yep. There's 50 shades of products.
Oh, God.
Lingerie in all sizes.
Man, I'm looking at it right now. Nancy Nooks. Man, there's some Valentine Day stuff going on, Fuzz. You should go get some.
No, thank you.
There's some
gifts.
This week's podcast brought to you by Nancy's Nook.
What's the difference between a sexy costume and a grown-up costume?
And a what?
Oh,
like banana hammocks. Sent to Dan.
I don't know what the
made out of leopard skin.
This was
leopard
a bad
skin
idea
gives
to
him
check
powers
without using incognito. Now I have.
I don't know what you were expecting.
I was expecting a beautiful site called Nancy's Nooks,
I mean, I warned you ahead of time. So.
and that's what I got.
Is someone gonna check your history?
Probably, the Canadian police.
I can't wait, Shua, until you have to go back to Best Buy and they're like going through and they type something in to Google and it just pulls up automatically Nancy's Nook.
They won't think of any. They'll think it's a bookstore like you thought.
Yeah, totally a bookstore.
Totally.
Nancy's Nook, eh?
Don't you know? I met the most stereotypical Canadians the other day at Tim Hortons of all places.
Oh God!
And it was incredible. I was like drinking my tea, trying to roll up and win, and then all I hear is Maple Leafs, eh? Oh, we're gonna win them! Oh boy, Jimmy's not right, Jimmy. Don't you know? And then you hear, oh boy, yeah, we, Maple Leafs.
And you know what's great about that whole thing?
What?
I believe the Dallas Stars are right up there.
But yeah, that's all I heard. He obviously had the Maple Leafs jersey as his shirt, and the Maple Leafs hat, and he was just screaming in the Tim Hortons, like, "Hey Jimmy, we're gonna kick your ass tomorrow!" And then you hear the old lady.
It kind of
It's
had a little
more
bit
like
of
it's like a
Italian
weird
in
French
there,
English
the way you said it.
mix, which is exactly what it sounds like. And then
So the Toronto Maple Leafs are in last place in their division.
Yep, they're extremely supportive.
And the Dallas Stars from Texas, of all places, are in second place of their division.
And then there was an old lady that would scream at him back, like stop looking at me. You want a picture, no? Oh my dear! And she starts cursing in French, pretty much saying that, like, take a fucking picture of me.
Was she a Calgary fan?
No, she was a Montreal Canadiens fan.
Montreal Canadiens, eh?
Yeah, that's the team that everyone loves in Canada.
Canadians, eh?
Of course the Canadians would love the Canadians.
Yeah.
I actually watched this weekend a documentary about this hockey series played between the Soviet Union and
America?
Canada. And apparently for the Canadians, this was like the biggest thing in the world. They still talk about it to this day, that they came back and they beat the Canadians. I had no idea that it even happened.
Yeah, me neither. I didn't.
But this documentary, it was on YouTube. It was really interesting.
I like right now, like in my 20s, I don't really care for sports as much as I used to.
Wait, Shua, before you make a horrible mistake.
Yeah.
I've seen the way this goes down in South Park. No. Do not say you don't like hockey.
No, I love hockey.
Because they'll just tell you flat out to get out.
It's just one of those things where I just don't watch anymore.
The Canadian
I don't
police
have time.
again.
I didn't watch the Super Bowl. I watched the commercials of the Super Bowl.
No. Let me get this completely clear because Shua's leaving some shit out. Shua, knowing that I watched the Super Bowl, called me and then forced me to turn my laptop webcam towards the TV.
Yeah, because
so
we don't get those American
commercials.
We don't get those American commercials, and I needed to see them because Pokemon commercial was happening, and they were. I thought they were gonna announce something, but they didn't. So I was extremely sad for the rest of the night, and I just gave up on Super Bowl. By the way, turn of events. I can't believe the Denver won. That was
neither can I.
I kind of had a feeling they would. I mean, I'm not going to say I knew they would because then I would have bet on it. But something told me that it was going to happen. And I'm a little bit in awe.
I mean, Carolina choked. They choked hard.
Sure, he said bet on it.
Oh, yeah.
I'm a little bit in awe right now. I'm like really way off base now on what we were talking about. Because I just found on YouTube, of all places, bikini waxing.
Oh, do you want a bikini wax tip?
No, I don't want one, but I didn't think they'd put a video of it.
Oh, they have plenty of videos like that. Welcome to YouTube.
If you can pass it off as being educational, YouTube will leave it up.
There's a great blowjob video I should show you with the grapefruit. Fuzz, you know what I'm talking about, right?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
There's a fantastic video, and it's nothing like not safe for work. It's just an educational blowjob video with grapefruit.
Oh no, this video that I'm watching is very not safe for work. They're giving a girl a... No, they're
Does it
giving
also
a girl
include a
bikini
grapefruit?
wax.
But is it educational?
Oh, I see.
It looks like it hurts.
Wait a second. Are we watching a bikini wax video as we record the podcast?
All right, guys.
What are
Have
you
you met
doing?
This is. Let me introduce you to.
Sometimes I go down
to,
rabbit
Fuzz.
holes, and then I get myself in situations that I can't get out of.
This needs
I
that-
to
that's
feel
White
be
Rabbit.
Tip,
You
like
just
we
have to
have
follow
a
him.
very conflicting dynamic, you and I.
This needs to be watched with full audio up. By the way, you cannot watch that without audio. That is audio required.
What is our conflicting...
That is the most polite way of putting it.
She's back with a grapefruit.
Audio on, okay? Audio on.
Oh, what's...
We can't
It's-
watch
it
Is
a
it
is
video
safe
together.
to
It's
watch
safe.
during a
It is
podcast?
safe to
Podcast.
watch for those because everyone click the angel teaching her grapefruit technique blowjob video. We'll do this together. Now, it's not the technique you got to listen for. It's her sounds she makes when she's doing it.
Oh God,
I've showed you this,
can't-
Amber. I've shown you this.
you haven't.
Why
'cause I
is
would
she
have
doing this with
recalled
a grapefruit?
Just that's not important.
Oh, guys.
Well, I mean, grapefruit is good for you. It has high in antioxidants.
This
It's
angel
a
girl was
good,
very nice. She said, if you're allergic to grapefruit, don't do this.
Yeah. See, she's a saint.
Yeah.
That's what.
Great. Thank you, Shua, for helping me add this
Look,
to my
you have
YouTube
to watch the
history.
sound. You gotta make.
Pat's laughing, but this is in the Why Did Ask For YouTube history now.
I'm having to watch
You
this.
need
I
to
turned
watch
it
it.
off very quickly because I remembered my YouTube account is connected to my television, and I really don't want my
Did
wife
you
to
hear it
see
yet? It's the sound you gotta wait
this on
for.
my
Do you
YouTube
hear it?
history, Shua.
She's still preparing the grapefruit. She's cutting one end off.
Okay, man. Let me tell you where
Oh,
to
it's
go.
a Jewish video.
Let me
Okay.
find it.
I don't need this.
Okay, like 2 minutes and 48 seconds. That's the part where 2 minutes 48 seconds. Did you make it yet?
Suck a... Whoa!
That is so horrible.
Is it?
What is going on?
That is
Yeah,
that is
That's what-
horrifying.
that's-
I am gonna
I
no. That's
know
not.
it is.
That's not.
Why is she
human.
putting the grapefruit on there?
I don't feel comfortable
I knew
anymore.
you guys would
Shua.
love it.
Buzz, please control
I
him.
hope you guys. I'm glad I came on.
Control
I'm glad I got
this.
to show you that video.
Shua.
This is what happens when Den's
Wow.
We needed some entertainment. I brought you Angel. She's the entertainment.
Shua, you told me you were going to behave yourself.
I didn't say that.
Oh, wait. Now
I said
they're
I was
going to
gonna help
trim.
out.
They're going to trim on the bikini wax. I had both
Yeah.
videos going at once. It was very interesting.
What are you doing?
What are we doing right now? We are. What?
we need to. I think we need to get back on track. Hey, this is something. I have a new question, a very nerdy question, and I think Tip and Shua would be the best people to answer this.
Yes.
Fuzz, have you seen Star Wars yet?
Yes.
Yeah.
You have. Everybody here seen Star Wars? I'm assuming by now everybody's seen Star Wars. It's been out for a while. I have a theory that's very impressive
Is it
that
the
I've
Jar
heard
Jar
of, and I
theory?
want to hear what you guys
Yes.
think about this.
The
But
answer
that's
is yes.
definitely not
No, Stinky Jar. Was Jar Jar incinerated? Yes, we hope that's true. When Kylo Ren was on the bridge with Han Solo, if you haven't watched Star Wars, you might want to lower the volume for a little bit here. And said happening occurred, there is a theory that it was Han who, in fact, helped Kylo Ren along.
Oh, are you saying like it's a double agent?
Well, this is not as a double agent, but that it's almost as if Han Solo knew, because he says, "I can't. Can you help me?" But then he let Han actually touch the lightsaber, almost like he was handing it over. But Han knew that Snoke wasn't going to let.
This is going
Kylo Ren
way
go.
back to that Han
And-
Greedo shot first argument.
No, yes, it is. Actually,
And-
that's an excellent parallel. But there's a reason now for it, because maybe Han was trying to protect Kylo
So
Ren
what
from
is the
being killed by
theory that-
Snoke.
That
The theory is that Kylo
Committed
Ren didn't kill
Harikari.
Han, that Han used his lightsaber to kill himself.
I like committed Harikari better.
To protect Kylo Ren.
You're right.
Real here.
Well, he just directed it.
He wrote it.
I mean, was he the writer as well? Wow. Okay. Well, then maybe not. But I think that'd be a very interesting twist.
Actually, the real twist is Han Solo, while he's fallen to his death, takes off a mask. It's actually Jar Jar. This whole time.
This whole time.
Lisa, your father.
And
it
then he
turns out
takes off
Chewie was
that
his
mask
grandmother.
and he's lumpy.
And then he takes off that mask.
Oh,
And it was Pat the
Lumpy,
whole
for people
time.
that don't know, is Chewbacca's son from the Christmas special, which is very sad. Nobody knows him.
Oh, he has. Oh, I think I've seen the
it's
Christmas
so
special. I
good.
just didn't know
Is
his
it
name
because
was
he's
Lumpy.
chubby? Like, that's why they call him Lumpy?
He's
Well, that's why he's
not
called Pat
chubby.
Lumpy.
He is pleasantly plump.
Oh, he is plump, though.
Oh,
Do they have Lumpy Tuesday?
so you
Because
know
I find that
what
offensive.
the actual word for pleasantly plump is?
What
You
is
can look
it?
this up in your dictionary. It's
Oh,
zaptive.
Zaptive?
Zaptive.
Zaptive. Zaptiv.
So you're saying, like, man, my plum is pleasantly zaptive.
No, you don't have to say pleasantly. That's like saying ATM machine. It's just
What?
zaptive. Zaptive.
What are you talking
means
about?
Pleasantly plump.
What does that mean?
I like the idea of being pleasantly pleasant.
There you go.
So pleasantly
Doesn't need a word.
zaptive. I'm just saying, I looked up
need more
zaptive and
pancakes?
it's not pulling up any Google searches, so I think Tip might be full of crap.
No,
Are you making them
Did you
words
type
up,
in
Kip?
Zapdos?
Are you making us words?
I think
no,
he
I'm,
is.
I'm not making up words. I know it's in there.
Look, I know. Look, I use.
Are you sure
I
this
use-
isn't like
I
a
use great
porn
googly
website
moogly
search
all the
term?
time, but we gotta face the facts.
I
He's
know
great
I've seen
googly
it.
moogly all the time.
Yeah, you don't hear me. I say it on the street like, "Hello, great googly moogly,"
Oh my god.
on a daily basis.
Jesse, we
Great
need that
Google
as a
don't
t-shirt
don't
very quickly.
don't use that because
I
that's
say
actually
great
used by
googly
another
moogly all
show.
the time.
That's highly copywritten.
Jesus Christ.
Don't use that.
No, Shua, please. Why you do this?
So we
Why
gotta
you do this here.
We gotta do this Google search the other way around and write
Zapdos. Just write Zapdos and you'll get the sweet Pokemon Zapdos.
Pleasantly
Zaptive.
plump.
I'm
I'm a little afraid to Google that.
Don't
I
be
mean,
that.
Pleasantly plump? That shouldn't be a scary thing to
Zaftig.
Google.
I'm sorry. Zaftig. Zaftig means pleasantly plump.
interesting.
We learned a lot today.
Okay, spell that.
Zaftig.
Zaftig.
Having a full
Yes.
rounded figure or plump.
I'm all about
Oh,
that.
okay. Well,
Zapdos.
I'll be darned.
No trouble.
All right, Shua, we need we need a vlog of you interviewing people that will go
I
by
feel
the
like
name
that's
of
going to be a
Zaptig.
name in 20 years, Zaptig.
God, I hope not.
Pat, you can name your next child that. Zaptig Pat Jr.
Zaftig Pat.
Zaptig Pat. That sounds like he has a disease. What does he have,
Actually,
doctor?
the word
Zaptig
origin and history on thesaurus.com says Zaftig means alluringly plump.
Oh, Lord.
Kip, what are you doing?
Oh.
So,
From
like
the
a
From the
chubby
Yiddish,
chaser.
Zaftig, which
Close
literally
your
means
browser.
juicy.
Ooh, I like
I'm on
this.
thesaurus.com.
Okay.
Oh
Well,
There's
let's go back
nothing
and read
bad
the
on
Bible verses.
thesaurus.com.
It doesn't
do that.
matter
I
if
think
there's
that's a good
nothing
thing.
bad. Please, we're on a podcast.
I have a podcast?
Oh my god.
Come on.
I'm educating the masses, one word at a time.
Do you think
is a
people
disaster.
do you think people actually go to our podcast and think, man, I'm learning?
So-
But I'd love that. I'd love if we're teachers.
Can we file this podcast under educational?
Pat,
We've
if there's
educated
one-
on religion
let's-
and now on
we can
language.
end on this. I'll ask everyone. Pat, if there was a child out there listening to our podcast, what would be one thing you'd want to teach them?
Yes. Well, I don't know how you found mommy's phone and clicked on the podcast, but I think it's a good idea for you to turn it off and switch back
If
to
you're a
Mickey
child, you
Mouse
should be
Clubhouse.
listening to Recess. We're family friendly.
we're family friendly.
Fuzz don't
A
like
highly
it, though.
dysfunctional family.
We're probably worse than what it asked for. Don't hold that.
Yeah, a little. I was gonna say not as great a thing there, but speaking of Recess, you guys have been really kicking some butt with
I
Recess.
actually have a problem with episode 7.
Which one is that?
It's the one where you guys say, "Hey, ask a question, and we'll answer it."
Yeah.
So I asked the question,
That'll
and
be
no one
episode
answered
9.
it.
I didn't get the
Oh.
question.
Oh,
Because
he's
it's gonna
correct.
be answered on episode 9 coming
Wait,
next
what?
Sunday. It's
This
just-
means that Shua just realized that there was a question in the
No,
comments.
I've seen it. It's just this is what happened, guys. I'm sorry.
Let me tell you something. Wait, no, let Shua tell you something first.
I got busy. Episode 8 was actually supposed to be its own video, but then I got lazy, so that became episode 8. So
Ah.
So, Tip, what I'm hearing is that Recess is too busy to answer the questions of their viewers, unlike the Why Did Ask For podcast. which
Incorrect.
We
answer
don't
them.
have
want
anyone
to-
asking us questions.
I
All
want
zero
very
of
badly
them.
to review the questions ahead of time and make a list and be organized, but Shua does not allow me to do that before recess
no,
episode.
absolutely not. You're not allowed to look at them. You
Well,
can't just
since we have both of you guys here, how about I give you guys the opportunity to answer my question?
Okay, what's the question?
Oh,
Why
here
did
we
ask
go.
for?
On the spot.
God
Well,
damn it.
You see, a long time ago,
Oh no.
there was this caveman, and he was a really sad caveman, and he didn't know what to do in life. So he was walking
I like the story.
around, prancing around, acting like a cool mamma jamma, and then one day he saw his name is
What
Bill.
was the caveman's name?
And so Bill the caveman found wood, he found flint, and he was like, and then he was messing around with it, and then it didn't work, and then a tiger attacked him, and then before he died he was like, why did I ask for?
Oh.
Why is it a sad story?
Poor Bill.
Well, everyone,
Because Canadians aren't all cheer and
Not all stories have to
jolly.
end on top.
Pat, give it a happy ending.
and at the end, but think about it, he
then
didn't die.
he turned into a ghost, and he met he reincarnated Ryan Reynolds,
And there's
And
going to
is
be
now
4%
Deadpool.
of his shaft in the movie,
and
which
No,
is Fuzz's
it's
happy
full
ending.
percent
Yes.
shaft, full percent
Happy
shaft.
Valentine's Day.
And we
Happy
can-
Tim,
Valentine's
you
Day,
are like
Banana Hammock.
47 years old. You are too old to be laughing at the term happy ending.
I'm 32.
Yeah.
And terms like happy ending and poop and poo my pants, those are terms that no matter how old you get, you
Jesus
will always
Christ.
snicker at.
I want to say I snickered at the fact that you said that on your list and not at how funny the term is.
Should we end it on that note, Pat?
I'm starting to think that might not be a bad idea here. Do we have any final closing remarks that hopefully Dan won't completely...
I'm
Stop
sorry,
putting me
everyone.
on the same
Tell us
podcast that Tip is on.
I'm sorry I ruined your drug jokes. I'm really
No.
sorry. I'm sorry. I didn't know.
No, it's fine. It's fine. But because you want to know what me and Tip were going to do at the beginning? Tip, how about we exit the podcast
boy.
the way we're going to intro the podcast?
With the Bad Corporation of Canada?
Yes. Ready? Go.
Oh, shit.
Are you serious?
You fucking choked. It's too late. We gotta end it on that.
Thanks for coming to Why Did Ask For. Visit our Neopets page.
We done goofed.
Oh, no. But do visit our Society 6 page
Recess
and
shirt will
society6.com/why did ask for. Please watch
new shirts
all
will
of
come
our
soon.
fun things.
New shirts are coming soon, and the participation trophies for homeless people are on their way.
Because homeless people are the real MVP.
That's right. Congratulations, participation. That's right. And congratulations to Cam Newton for ducking out of a press conference. We'll see you next week,
Thank
everybody.
you.
Farewell.
Because
Why did it end?